Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, which means it's another Heroes Assembly. However, it's our last Heroes Assembly this year. Can you believe it, Mrs. Hill?
I cannot believe it. It's actually sad. I'm sad that this is the last one of the year.
It's really sad, isn't it? And I was thinking back to all the Heroes we've done, not just in lockdown, but the ones we normally do in our amazing theatre at school. And it's been lovely to be able to celebrate everyone's amazing achievements at Atlantic Academy. Mrs. Hill, our Heroes have got a slightly different feel this week, haven't they?
They do indeed. So this week we're going to look at our best bits of the year. So each teacher has had a thing. It's been really, really hard to narrow them down, but they've chosen their top 3 things that they've enjoyed about their class this year. And we've both done the same, haven't we?
We have, Mrs. Hill. So do you want to kick us off and share us with your 3 highlights of the whole year, if you can think of just 3?
It was really, really hard. I had to narrow my list down. One of my top 3 was our Skip to Be Fit event. I thought it was
That was ages ago, wasn't
a
it?
long time ago, but it was really, really fun and really, really tiring as well. I didn't realise skipping could be such good exercise, but it was amazing to see how incredible our children were at skipping, and they could outskip the teachers any day. And it inspired them all to buy skipping ropes and play on the playground, which I enjoyed.
We had a lot of skipping in school following that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is saying good morning to everybody every day on the gate and goodbye at the end of the day, and also having our school dog Flash come and wait with us at the gate because I know he's a very popular celebrity around here. And then my third favourite thing is the daily message board, but mainly the daily message board during our lockdown period, because I really enjoyed seeing what you guys were up to, all of the amazing things you did at home, Pet Paradise, and having all of those photos shared out each day. So please do keep sharing those in September. We don't want that to end.
I agree, Mrs. Stewart. I absolutely love seeing what everyone's up to, not just in school and not just with our normal academic things, but I love seeing somebody helping an elderly neighbour grow some plants, or somebody's allotment, or paddleboarding, or cooking. It's wonderful to celebrate all of the amazing talents our students have, isn't it?
It is.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Mrs. Hill, your memories are fantastic. I love them, and it's amazing thinking. I had to think, was Skip to Be Fit this year? That's amazing. So well done. Thank you for sharing them. I'll share mine at the end because I'll have to get my thinking hat on. See if I can choose just 3 of my favourite moments. Should we hand over to our teachers and see what they have loved celebrating this year?
Yeah, let's take a look. We'll go straight to reception class and start with our narwhals.
Hello everyone. My hero of the week from the Narwhal class this week goes to... Ha! Fooled you! We're not doing hero of the week this week. We are doing our favourite memories. Now, in reception, I've had lots of happy memories that I'd love to talk about and share, but would be here all day. So I've tried to think of my top 3. So, these aren't in any order at all, so let's just go on to them. My memory that I'd like to share with you first is our trip to the Dinosaur Museum. This was a great trip for the children. It really linked well into our topic that we were looking at. And my favourite bit was when the children got to smell the Tyrannosaurus Rex's breath. Ugh. It was very, very smelly. And they laughed a lot when they made me smell it too. The second one I'd like to share with you is when we got to dress up. And it's actually for our Christmas pantomime. And all the staff got together and we had a nice pantomime. And to watch the reaction on the children's faces and the way they were calling out and joining in with the show was amazing. It really brought happiness to us all of us, not just narwhals, but actually all the children and all the staff. My last one I want to share is actually... Lots of people will think lockdown has been quite hard, and it has been very hard. I'm not saying it hasn't. But actually, I've had some really happy moments as well during lockdown. And that's the moments when the children have shared videos with me online on Tapestry. Seeing your videos and your messages has made me smile, has brought tears to my eyes, but they're happy tears. And it's been really nice to see you still, even though we can't be together. And I've actually got some very fond memories of when my dog has joined in with my maths and when I've been able to dress up and be silly, but also all the lovely things that you've been doing too and the things that you've been sharing. I've learned so much more about you. So these are my 3 memories that I want to share. I could talk about lots and lots more, but that's it for me. I hope that you've got lots of happy memories too. Goodbye.
Mr. Blackman, we'll give you a round of applause, and well done to Narwhal. What amazing memories. I hope you've had a wonderful first year at school with us at Atlantic. We look forward to celebrating many more.
Let's see what turtles have as their top 3 moments this year.
Hello, my top 3 moments from this year. The first one is when you were all stars in the Christmas play singing the lullaby. With your hats on, your little pointy hats, and your star outfits, you looked fantastic, and I know the grown-ups thought so too. My second favourite is our last day we had in school before we left for our long break, where we did so many fun things and games, and we made things, and it was a really, really good, fun day, and it made me think how much I'll miss you, but how much I can't wait for us all to be back together again. And my final thing that has been the highlight of my year and is really special is watching you all do your learning at home. I want to say a massive thank you to all the grown-ups that have supported both their children at home and me with some of my online uploads. It's been fantastic to work with you so closely and to see the amazing support that your children have been getting at home. And I want to say a massive thank you for that, because without you, it would have been impossible. So thank you, and I can't wait for a whole nother year with my turtles. See you later.
Well done, Miss Powell, and well done, Turtles. You've been fantastic. I know you get to keep Miss Powell next year, so you're very lucky. But it sounds like a fantastic year. Fantastic first year you've had with us at Atlantic Academy, and we can't wait for many more. Oh, Miss Hill's getting emotional. We've only done 2 classes.
And I'm a bit jealous. I kind of want to be in reception.
No, right? We'll just go and weasel our way in next year, maybe.
Okay, moving on to year 1, we'll go straight to our Starfish class.
Hi everybody, so here are my top 3 moments of Starfish class in year 1. Number 1 is when we started learning about Mary Anning. It was amazing to see the children so enthusiastic to learn about something, and the facts they could tell me was absolutely amazing. Number 2 is when we had our science week. It was really exciting to do our soda experiment with the Mentos and see what happened, and the reactions from everybody was absolutely amazing. Now, number 3 was when I first taught Starfish class all together. It was amazing to meet all the new children and also be reunited with some of the children I already knew. It has been an absolute privilege to teach you all this year, and I'm super proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves as well. I have one request. Don't grow taller than me too quickly.
Sorry, Miss Neve, but considering in Atlantic Academy we don't lose our children till they're in year 11, you've got no chance.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be taller than you.
Love that. Well done. Some lovely memories there. Fantastic, guys. And I remember a Science Week experiment involving mould in year 1. Ew.
It was really interesting. I love looking at it every day, the mouldy bread. Okay, moving on to Rainbow Fish class. Let's see what Miss Chand has for her top 3 moments.
My best bits this year were getting to know all of the children in Rainbow Fish class and seeing how much you've learnt and grown throughout the years, how much better you've all got at your reading and your writing and maths and so many other things. And I've loved seeing how hard you've been working at home too, and some of the amazing work you've been able to do. I loved seeing you all in the Christmas play, and it was fantastic how brave you were there. We've had so much fun together. I loved joining in with you when Frosty the Elf came to visit and we had to answer all his questions and solve his challenges. And I've really enjoyed some of our art projects and our science projects that we've done together. We've had some really good fun painting and making fossils and so many other things. And my favourite book that we have done this year was The Queen's Birthday Crown, and I loved seeing your ideas of the different crowns that you would make. Okay, those are my best bits. Bye-bye.
Well done, Miss Chan. It sounds like an amazing year in year 1 in both classes. I'm very jealous. I'd quite like to wear a birthday crown. Not long to my birthday. I might wear a crown for it, I think.
I think you have to. Okay, let's move on to year 2 and we'll go to Miss Cornell and see what her best bits were for Hippocampus class.
Hello
everybody, it's Miss Cornell and it's time for Hippocampus's class's best bits. So my favourite and most memorable part of being in year 2 is obviously number 1, meeting all of you amazing children in my class. You are all fantastic and I've loved every single minute of teaching you. There's been some really funny moments though as well. We've had lots of class jokes, lots of fun times and laughter. There's been so many times where we've just giggled and gone into fits of laughter, which has been fantastic. I've loved that. Also, some of my favourite parts have been Victorian Day, where Miss Cornell dressed up as a strict Victorian teacher and she gave you all unusual names that you had to try and remember, and Miss Cornell was being a bit strict and she was telling you off in your different name, in your Victorian name, and you found that quite funny, didn't you, everyone? Other things we did that were great as well was we had Samuel Pepys's box that we dug up, and inside we had some really pongy cheese. Poo-wee! I can still smell it now. Oh, I think it's going to stay in my brain forever. We did lots of fun Victorian games as well out in the playground, and we learnt how to hopscotch and separate the boys and the girls, which was fun. What else did we do? Oh my gosh, I remember Jack's amazing facts. He always used to come to school with an amazing fact to share with the rest of the class, and lots of children really enjoyed that as well. I really enjoyed that. And you know what Miss Cornell used to do as well? When you were really good and you got golden tickets or hero awards, we used to get prizes from the prize box, and I know that would be a key moment for everyone in the class. And of course Miss Cornell's crazy accents. I used to do lots of accents in class to help you engage and listen to the lessons, and you used to like Miss Cornell's funny accents, and some of you tried to have a go at copying me as well, which was great fun. There's just so many things about being in year 2 that was so special to me and just so amazing. I can't even remember them straight off the top of my head right now, but all I do know is I'm going to remember teaching this class forever, and you guys have been the best children to teach. So good luck in year 3, everybody. You're going to smash it. See you soon.
Well done, Miss Cornell, and well done, Hippocampus class. I'm so sorry. You guys have had an amazing year. It sounds fantastic. I love hearing about all the learning that you've done.
I kind of wish you'd have done the whole video in an accent, though. That would be really funny.
Well, you say that, Mrs. Hill, but we had a sneak peek of her accent earlier, and they are awful. Don't tell them. They're really bad.
Okay, moving on to Miss Jackson. Let's hear Jellyfish's top moments.
Hi guys, it was lovely to see you the other day and have a lovely scavenger hunt and to talk about all of your memories of year 2. Now my favourite memories of year 2, I've got 3 of them. So my first one was the day I became your teacher. That was probably the best day of my entire life. The second day was World Book Day. We had such a good time laughing and joking and all being dressed up and being really silly together. And the third day was the day that we made bread for Thomas Fariner. We got really mucky and then we got to have some lovely yummy bread later, which was really nice. I hope you get to enjoy lots of other fun things when you go to year 3. I know it's going to be year 3. I hope you have an amazing summer. You're fantastic. Have a great summer. Bye.
It was lovely to welcome Miss Jackson to our team at Atlantic, and she definitely is slotted in and feels like one of the family, so she's a welcome addition to us, isn't she?
She is. Okay, moving on to year 3, we're going to go to Mrs. Richardson and Darcy and hear who Hammerhead Sharks, or not who, what Hammerhead Sharks' top moments are.
Good morning, everybody. So highlights, just 3? That's going to be tough. Okay, so first highlight was being able to bring this one into school, and particularly I say that because I know that so many of you had that as your favourite memory of year 3, so that's one of them. And also there were a couple of children who were a little bit nervous about meeting Darcy, and by the end of their time they were able to fuss her and give her biscuits as well, so that was nice for them as well. Secondly, another highlight was seeing how well you cooperated, particularly when we did things like we did our printing and when you were making your booklets. So some people find it a bit fiddly folding things, and there were people that were being really helpful and you cooperated so well. That's a really good skill to have, is working together with others. So that's the second one. and finally seeing how well you engage with stories and loved reading to you and seeing your enjoyment of books. There's one particular moment that I really loved, and in fact I will never forget, was when we got to a certain point in a certain book, I can't give too much away, when something happened and you all just suddenly, all together, started going, Cludge, Cludge, Cludge. And it was just a moment that I will never forget. So thank you. So thank you 3A for being fabulous this year. I do hope you have a fantastic summer. And yeah, I'll see you guys in September. Bye.
Well done, Mr. Richardson. It's always lovely, isn't it, Mrs. Hill, when a teacher comes out and says, I've just had the best time teaching a class because this is what happens. And I can remember Mrs. Richardson talking about that book that she's keeping a bit secret for those next year. And it was just delightful to watch. So I understand why that's one of her happiest memories this year.
And I don't think anybody in year 3 or 4 will forget when Mrs. Richardson brought Darcy into the playground. I've never seen so much excitement in my life. It was brilliant. Okay, moving on to Swordfish class. Mr. Dolby, what are your best bits of the year?
Well, it has been quite the year, hasn't it? But in Swordfish, we have had definitely more than 3 super marvellous magical moments, but I've had to narrow it down. So I'm going for 1. A certain furry friend came leaping to the rescue in our very first book and saved our hero. That was such a wonderful moment to read with you guys. 2, for completely different reasons, when Mrs. Talbot came and let us have a good heft of our stone and bronze axes in the actual classroom. That was a brilliant day. And 3, actually, it wasn't in the class. We were on lockdown, but we had so much fun dressing up and doing dancing and all sorts of fun things for our Egyptian day. It was so much fun, as has been the whole year, and it's been a privilege to share it with you, Swordfish. Go on to bigger and greater things in the future. Well done, lovelies.
I love the Walk Like an Egyptian video that Year 3 made during lockdown when they had the virtual visit. It was brilliant, made me laugh loads, and you guys were fantastic. So share that memory as well. That's a good one.
Okay, moving on to year 4, we'll go to Dolphins class, and we're lucky this week because we've got Mrs. Hackett and Mrs. Cottingham in the same place together for their video.
Right, hi everybody.
Hello.
Me and Mrs. Cottingham have got together for the last Heroes of the Week, and we were just talking about our memories.
Yeah, I have to say one of my most enjoyable times before was doing it was in Science Week, and we were building the towers, and I brought in those little marshmallows and some dried spaghetti. And I have to say, there was more all over the floor than there was any towers, and the amount of little marshmallows you ate and even dried spaghetti was quite funny, and I really enjoyed that. And my other little one was when I'd be reading to you and you'd be drawing, and it was just so lovely, and you'd draw such lovely pictures, and then you'd give me some pictures as well, and I just loved that. So thank you for all of those nice little memories.
Yeah, no, I agree, writing and drawing with them. I remember at Christmas time, you were all doing some artwork while we were listening to Christmas carols. That was lovely. And I remember being under the stars in the blow-up observatory in the hall, and the man said that you were really well behaved, and I felt so proud, and you were a really brilliant class. I've also really enjoyed teaching children that I've taught before, seeing you all again. It's been really lovely.
Yeah, and good luck for 5A. I'm sure you're going to do really well with Miss Watson, so good luck for that, and we'll see you about, and miss the hugs.
Yeah,
and miss all the nice things.
Have a fantastic summer, and take care, and we hope to see you around. Okay, but really take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone.
I love those memories. We've got a creative bunch at Atlantic, haven't we, Mrs. Hill? The amount of people who have said, I love thinking about the creative memories of people. I think that's really nice.
It is very, very nice. Okay, we're going to move on to Miss Jukes' class, and that is our Sea Lions.
I've had a really fun year teaching the Sea Lions. I think we've done some really fun things. And just some of the things that are kicking around in my head, are, for example, our Roman Day, where we sort of just delved into what life is like in Roman times. So all of our lessons were Roman orientated. We did everything with Roman numerals, and the children even took on Roman names for the day. It was amazing. Something else is World Book Day. World Book Day is my favourite day every year. Get to dress up as our favourite book characters, and everything related to books is just amazing. Really enjoyed that. And then just before Christmas we did the activities when parents came in and did the activities with the children. It was just amazing, just having a full classroom with parents and children all doing activities together, and there was just glitter everywhere. It was beautiful.
I love that. I agree. The parent crafts was fantastic at Christmas. We'll definitely have to hopefully work towards doing that. Now, one of my memories, it hasn't quite made it to top 3, but I'm going to sneak an extra one in, is one that only people in Sea Lions class would have appreciated, and that is Miss Jukes dressing up as an Oompa Loompa and singing her morning song to her class, because nothing beats commitment like that. We might have to see if we can leak that video so we can all appreciate it. But Miss Jukes, credit to you, that was phenomenal.
It was very impressive. Showed a lot of dedication to her class. Okay, moving on to year 5, we'll go to Mrs. Watson for Orca's class's best bits.
So good morning, Atlantic. It's that time of year when we think about things that we've enjoyed most. A strange year, I know, but there's 3 things that really stand out for me that I remember about 5A and I will take with me forever. You love making couscous. Who knew it could be so healthy too? Well done for those of you who tried it, never having tried it before. Viking Day, what a great day we had. All that dressing up and making Viking artefacts, it was really enjoyable. And some of you got to use those on the assembly. And my final one is quite a recent one. It was so lovely to see you all when we had our Google Meet. I know you couldn't hear me, which was hilarious in itself because it sort of stopped me talking, but it was just lovely to see all your lovely little faces. It's been a great year. I hope you enjoy year 6. Take care.
Who would have thought that couscous, Vikings and a Google Hangout made the top 3 in year 5? We wouldn't have predicted that at the start of the year, would you?
I do remember how excited everybody was by the couscous and how many different bowls I was offered when I went into the classroom.
I have to also say it was quite delicious. I did sample some and it was really nice. So, you know, if you've forgotten all about, if you're in year 5 and you've forgotten about couscous, get cooking, guys. Come on.
Okay, moving on to Mr. Eakers. Let's see who Penguin's classes, or I keep saying what Penguin classes' best bits are.
Hello everybody. Picking my favourite moments from year 5 with Penguin class seems like an almost impossible task because you've all been such a pleasure to work with and to get to know. It's been really, really wonderful, and it's just been the most wonderful year, even with the home learning, because you've been so engaged and supportive of each other, and that's been wonderful to see. Anyway, just quickly, a few wonderful things. I loved our talent show. You all got so much talent, you're so confident, and it was even great to have wonderful people helping out with the stage and with the lights and things like that. That was really wonderful. And I loved our science week where we all got outside. You did a wonderful job building bug hotels, and we did some gardening. It was really, really great to see you all working so well as a team, and to clearly be enjoying yourselves outside and caring about nature. So thank you everybody for a wonderful year. You've been fantastic, and I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic year next year. Bye now.
Oh, well done, Penguins. It sounds like you've had a phenomenal year. I love the thought of you being outside. And I know the guys in school at the moment have been checking on those bug hotels. So they haven't been left and they haven't been neglected. They've been well looked after. You'll be able to see them again next year. Hopefully, Mrs. Dobby will take you out to see them in year 6.
Okay, we're going to move on to year 6 now. And it's their last year of primary, so a really big year for them. But we get to keep most of them in secondary, so they're not going too far. But we'll see who again, we'll see what our best bits are in Octopus class. I'll get there eventually.
Hey everyone, it is an absolute pleasure to be here to tell you about 6A's moments, special moments, favourite moments from the year. Our first moment was at the back, at the very, very beginning of the year, when Amber got the whole class together and conducted them singing a very special happy birthday to me. And I knew then that you guys were going to be the most special class with the way in which you were caring and also working together as a team. So thank you. A different moment. We've had so many fun times, guys and girls. So thank you so much for those. Remembering Louis with his Irish accent as part of our history lessons. Good boy, Sitting. And also Stan and Braden prancing around like catwalk models around the class as part of our learning too. So it's been absolutely hilarious times as well as inspiring our learning. And talking about learning, your enthusiasm for learning, and for example, Toby's amazing reading aloud, leaving us all in stitches as he shared and entertained us with the reading. And every single one of you with the amazing progress you've made throughout our year. So, favourite moments, there were so many. I just hope that you continue to be such a delight as you all are to teach. I know you will. Take care and well done, 6A.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Chan. I know there's some really special memories, and Year 6 is a really special year. I'm so pleased that we've been able to share virtually and in real life some of the rites of passage you have when you're at the top of primary school. So you guys have done a brilliant job. We're really proud of you.
Okay, over to Mrs. Dolby and Quiddle's class.
Wow, I don't know where this year's gone. What an amazing, although strange, year it has been. Some of the highlights for me, I think one of them was the Year 6 assembly, the very first one you did for World War I and Remembrance. You made me so proud. It was amazing the work that went into it. The next one was the visitors we had, the steam engines, the small miniature engines that they brought in. They made so much noise for such small things. And the last one sticks with me is when we did our book Holes and we had a visit from the warden. All in all, it has been an amazing year, and you have been an amazing bunch of people to have that year with. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Dolby. Some incredible memories and some incredible opportunities as well we've given our Year 6s. Now, I just want to pause at this point and say just a massive well done to our Year 6s. They have been phenomenal this year. I know things have been really different. We haven't had SATs. Who thought that was going to happen? You haven't had your London trip, although you've done it virtually, but you're all wearing your hoodies with pride, and we are so incredibly proud of you. If you are moving on, we wish you all the best moving on. But if you're staying with us, Mrs. Hill said it before, and I always say it, please don't forget us. Come and say hello. You know where we are in the playground. And a big mention as well to our junior leaders, our student leaders who do a phenomenal job, and to Ellie and Finn, our junior head boy and head girl. You guys have been brilliant this year. We couldn't thank you enough for all the tours and all the help you've done with our visitors. I know our younger people look up to you all as fantastic role models, so thank you so much for your commitment there.
They've done an amazing job, and it's nice to hear how much laughter they've all had throughout their time in primary.
Can't get through a Year 6 without an awful lot of laughter, Mrs. Hill. We've seen a few, and I think that's the definite rule.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're not done. We've got more best bits because we've got our specialist teachers, and we couldn't miss them out. They had too many best bits they wanted to share. So we're going to go straight over to Mrs. Taylor and see what she's got as her best bits for science.
Hi everybody, and welcome to my top 3 moments of teaching science to you this year. There have been so many that I could choose from, but I've had to try and whittle it down to 3. My first one is probably when we learn our key vocabulary for the lessons. We always seem to shout out the most inappropriate seeming words when adults are walking past, even though we know they are definitely to do with the lesson. The second one is with Year 5, we did a changing states experiment, and I can just remember the lab and the classroom being very messy, but there was a lot of good learning that took place. And my final one is with Year 3, when I was teaching you all about fertilisation and flowers, and I dressed as a bumblebee. Have a great and safe summer holidays, everybody, and see you next school year. Bye.
Thanks, Mrs. Taylor. Well, I'm sure there's a correlation between the amount of mess and the amount of learning going on. The two must meet somewhere, surely.
It's got to be. Okay, we'll move on to Mrs. Russell and find out her PE best bits this year.
And welcome to my PE Hero Best Bits of the Year. Really hard time choosing. Had a fantastic time with you guys from reception up to year 6. But as you can see here, this is one of my top 3. And so back in March we had World Book Day, and year 4 were lucky enough to have PE that day. So Miss O'Reilly and I came up with a plan for you guys to do some Harry Potter Quidditch, which was phenomenal. I think it was girls versus boys and girls won. So well done, you guys. And then in February, if I just move myself over here, then you can see the photos of smiley faces. Big smiley faces because these guys had a great time at the rugby club at a festival. We played, I think, 7 mini games. Pretty much won all of them. They were just phenomenal, covered in mud. Had a great day. And then finally, to round off the year, just before we closed actually, we had Sport Relief. Really, really cool day. All the year groups from reception to year 6 came out onto the Blue Crumb area, did a circuit of all the different sports outside. Had a really, really cool day. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, had a great year. See you all again in September. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mrs. Russell. It's been lovely having somebody working just in primary delivering all of our PE this year, and I know you'll be doing a fantastic job moving forwards. Our children love being active, we're a healthy living school, and we love looking after ourselves and being healthy, so really important part to play at Atlantic.
So we've heard all of the teachers' best bits, you've heard my best bits. Miss Heppel, what are your best moments this year?
Okay, so I've chosen 3, but I've kind of weaved others in so I could just be a little bit greedy. Now, my first one has got to be any days that we as staff dress up in. We love dressing up. I love Science Week when we're all crazy scientists. I love Book Day when Mrs. Hill and I were the Princess and the Pea, the best pea outfit ever. And I love staff all coming in and seeing what we each are, because sometimes we keep it a secret. And I absolutely loved bringing back our staff panto. We welcome children in on the gate in the morning, singing and dancing to Christmas carols, and that was brilliant. I love it because it's coming to work at Atlantic's like coming to work with lots of friends every day, and those moments mean that I'm surrounded by people I really care about who do an amazing job. So I really enjoyed those days. My second one has been the absolute sense of community we've had during lockdown. It's been the hardest of times for us all, as staff, as teachers, as community, as parents, and everyone has rallied together. The feedback we've had from parents has been phenomenal. You guys at home have been working so incredibly hard, and everyone has just been looking out for each other. I've loved delivering flyers to people's doors, delivering breakfast to people, seeing everyone's learning, having a little glimpse into your homes, and I've absolutely loved seeing every student in the virtual hangouts. It's been phenomenal. So I couldn't be prouder of all of the staff, of all of the children, and the amazing parents at home. You guys have done a great job. You should give yourselves a pat on the back. Maybe we should have written the parents a bit of a report this year, because they've done really well.
I think so. They've done an amazing job. We've definitely got the best parents at Atlantic.
Well, couldn't agree more. We really do. We're blessed to have you all, and we live in the best place. So I love the sense of community we have at Atlantic. And then my final memory kind of brings me full circle, because it's one all the way back in September. What I love about working in a school is the real sense of excitement you have after the long summer holiday break. You know you're going to see the students, and I know Mrs. Hill says she loves standing on the gate, and I agree with her. I absolutely look forward to that first day back of term, seeing everyone come in. People look so smart and polished, but so grown up. I don't even know how you guys are going to look this year, because you're going to look so much older because we haven't seen you for so long. And I love that excitement of starting a new year, thinking about all the things you're going to go through. It's a final year for some, the first year for others, and that's just lovely. I just love it. So I can't wait for September to welcome everybody back. And I'm really excited already, and we haven't even started the holidays. So they would be my 3 memories. I could choose hundreds and hundreds, but they're the 3 that I would choose as my best.
I'm almost sad that we've come to the end of our assembly. I think if anybody else has got any best bits that they want to share, leave them in the comments on your online platforms, because we'd love to go and read them and hear about them.
And parents, if you're watching this online and you've got some best bits, I'm sure you'll all say amazing Christmas carol singing. But if you've got some best bits, please leave it on our Facebook stream as well. I've got one final farewell to say, because obviously Mrs. Hill is embarking on a new adventure next year. So she's going to be sorely missed by me and by all the staff and all the children. I've spoken to parents already who's demanded she comes back straight away. But obviously Mrs. Hill will be leaving us to have a baby, but she's assured us she will be back. Don't worry. Her heart's at Atlantic, I know. So, but I'm sure you will all join me in wishing her all the best luck. For her new adventure into motherhood, we can't wait to see her baby. I'm sure she'll come and bring her in and show her off. But Mrs. Hill, we wish you the best of luck with your new adventure.
Oh, thank you very much. And you definitely can't get rid of me that easily. I'll absolutely be back. I'll be bringing the baby in to see everybody.
Ben's mum says he's going to hunt you down if you can't come back. So, you leave that right there. Okay. Well, listen, guys, have the most wonderful summer. We cannot wait to see you all in September. We couldn't be prouder of you all as a community. And I know I'll bump into lots of you over the summer enjoying our amazing island we live in. But stay safe, everyone. We'll be back before we know it and have the most wonderful summer. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.